What? Oh, you mean like the Council of Elrond in Rivendell from the Lord of the Rings? Is that what you're talking about? Pigs, honey, skin! Aha, it is you. Oh, right. Okay, we're good. I was like, wait, what are we talking about? Okay, we need to like make sure that we're talking about the same thing before I start going off on that, because they definitely did many things wrong in that scene. Though, okay, guys, I was being a snip. Oh, okay. I will say, I can completely understand why they did what they did with the Council of Elrond, simply because it is the longest chapter in the entire book of Fellowship of the Ring. It's probably a good, like, quarter to a third of the entire book of the Fellowship of the Ring. It's a big chapter. But of course that's where the lore dumping happens. That's how we know what Gandalf had been up to for years. It's how we know what a little bit of what Aragorn was up to for a while. Like it gives us a lot of what's been going on. But no one depicts the Council of Elrond correctly, just because there's so much in that chapter. Finally back to more of that hyper cat girl energy. Oh, honey, I'm gonna have to apologize. She ain't hyper today. I have been struggling with the beginning of spring because I am literally allergic to everything. So it's been a bit of a struggle for me the past week or so, that the pollen count has been in the double digits. But it's okay.
Nicole?
Well, look who decided to come back.
I'm sorry for leaving without saying anything. You can punish me however you see fit, Nicole.
What's the use in punishing you? If anything, I'd prefer some compensation. So, how do you plan to make it up to me? I'm waiting.
I'll give up my favorite burger. From now on, I'll eat noodles every day.
How does that make up for anything?
Hey, that's more like compensating General Chalk than me.
Right. Hand-holding elements in a way. No, not necessarily. I don't want them to hold my hand. I like a game that's challenging. My point is if you're going to have things that are going to give you evidences, you need to be able to trust what it tells you. Does that make sense? I don't need my hand being held. I just want it to make sense. That's all I'm saying.
That won't cut it, huh? Then I won't try to squeeze in between you and Nekomata when we watch movies.
Come on. Nekomata's usually the one who's squeezing in between you and me. Show me some sincerity here.
I see. Okay. I'll forfeit my paychecks from now on.
Oh?
Yeah, I knew that would get her attention.
Yes. And I'll persuade Billy to give up his pay too. Is that good enough for you?
That's funny. I like challenge. Challenge is good. Challenge is what makes games fun. I don't know. I just feel it's silly to have an element to a game that is supposed to help. That's supposed to help. That doesn't help. Between Anby not being happy that Trigger and Soldier 11 were on a date and her wanting to be close to Nicole, I think Anby is the type to cling on to someone. Well, sure. There's no personal space for her at times. Well, the thing about Anby, pardon me. The thing about Anby is knowing what we know. She had this big group of, it was a sisterhood, and sisterhoods are much like brotherhoods, you know, for those who have brotherhoods. They're tight-knit if they're not toxic. And it sounds to me like that at least most of it wasn't. And especially in a military situation, these guys were literally created to fight. So not only do you have this camaraderie because you're basically like you have the sisterhood, but you're also saving each other's lives, having each other's back, you know what I mean? And then they were all wiped out. Well, most of them were wiped out. There, so far as we know, there are 3 left of the originals, right? There might be more, but they're gone. So you have to imagine what that sort of event will do to you psychologically. So it absolutely makes sense that now that she has a family again, she feels like she has a family with the cutting hairs, she's going to want to hold on to it as hard as she can, you know what I mean? And it's going to be difficult for her to relax that hold, you know what I mean? So like, it makes sense. It makes sense from a psychological, it's a trauma response. So the evidence is more trustworthy than I think you think. Not according to you, Vixen. You're the one who keeps telling me that you can't trust it. Even Rito said you can't trust it. You really need to watch your character video. Wait, which one? Anby or Nicole? You homework to play a video game, right? Yes, Pixel, watch it. Meh. Survivor's guilt can go 2 ways: make you cling to what you have left, or turn your back on everything that might be left, right? Because you feel you're not deserving of it. Honestly, that trauma response is so unpredictable. There's definitely an innumerable amount of ways that someone can react to the same event, the same traumatic event. You know what I mean? And honestly, that's one of the reasons why I think psychology is so fascinating. Amby's gotcha. Mimic makes me paranoid. Apparently so. It's actually really funny, Vixen. I promise we'll get back into the story, but I want to say something kind of funny. So I started going, you know what? I'm going to combine the thermometer and the video camera looking for ghost dots in me trying to find the ghost room. As soon as I started doing that, I stopped getting ghost orbs as an evidence. They're like, no, we're going to throw ghosts at you know that don't do ghost orbs. It was so funny. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm trying to be smart. I'm trying to find a good way for me to remember how to systematically do this. And then it's going to do something like that. It was so funny. I mean, it got ruled out. So, I mean, it did help to a degree, but it didn't help me find the ghost room. It was so funny. But most of the time, if we can roll out Mimic, then I feel better. Right. Mimics make everyone paranoid. Nah. My dream after I got my degree in programming was to one day get on the next Dark Souls game dev team so I could camp outside the level designer's office and prod them into making mimics boxes and barrels instead of chests. You should make mimics. Mimics can literally be anything. Or they should be able to be literally anything. Anything they think will lure someone in to interact with it. Someone needs to play D&D with an evil DM. How what? Most of the pros I watch use EMF reader as a North Star when they play. I don't know what that means. Oh, that's a clever idea. No ghost room for you, though. Still, exactly. ZZZ. I am playing too. Well, it is an amazing game. Potion of Healing Mimic. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's a potion that heals Mimic. They walk around with EMF reader until something blips. I see. But isn't that not a reliable way? Because if it's a ghost that wanders and like a poltergeist and it like interacts with stuff all like everywhere, can't that like interfere with that? You know, like I kind of feel like that's not an optimal way of finding the ghost room because EMF can blip at anything. A mimic that takes the form of a potion of healing. Oh, nice. Even if it's a ghost that wanders, you can still conclude some things from that. Well, I mean, that's why I'm not a pro, I guess.
Wait a sec. Are you trying to tarnish our reputation as an honest business? Forget it. You owe me big. I'll tell you what I need from you later.
Nicole.
Fine. Forget it. Just spare me that pitiful look. Listen, Anby. It doesn't matter who you were or what mess you've gotten into. The cunning hairs doesn't need to be a burden to you. We don't need you to shield us, and we won't intrude when you need space. You're not the only one here with a troubled past. I just wish you'd trust me more. Otherwise, I feel like I'm a total failure.
Sorry. I won't try to justify what I did. I shouldn't have run off on my own.
At least not without saying something.
Once this is over, I'll answer all your questions. No more hiding anything.
That's my good girl. You're a terrible liar, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
By the way, I have a favor to ask you.
If you have an EMF reader and you get a random EMF 2 blip and you can't find what it got interacted with, it's more than likely a wraith teleport. Oh, circumstantial, of course. It's all circumstantial, but that's a likely conclusion. Gotcha. See, another thing is all I have are like tier 1 stuff. You know what I mean? So obviously the tier 1 stuff is going to be less reliable than like any other tier levels, you know. Actually, one of the videos that I watched last night was about the Banshee, and it was really cool how the guy showed like one of the specific behaviors of the Banshee. Like they set up a line of motion sensors along a hallway, so you could actually see like the Banshee coming at him. It was so cool. I was like, bro, that is so cool. I'll never be able to recreate that sort of setup, but it was fun to watch. Yeah, you could see the ghost walk. Oh yeah, it was really cool. I thought I was like, oh dude, that's kind of awesome. And it actually made sense. I'm like, oh dude, I totally understand what I'm watching here.
Oh, you finally need me?
Yeah, there's a woman who looks like me. She wears a Defense Force uniform and goggles. I think she should be pretty easy to spot. Can you help me locate her?
Oh boy. A pixel affirmation. What's up, Chrissy? I think you get tier 2 motion sensor relatively quickly. It's a more tricky setup, but you could still do it. Oh, cool. This one's for Vixen. Okay, Vixen! You know what that means. Why? Come on, Vixen. I've given you a big enough break. You've had a break. I hope you enjoyed it, cause here we go. I'm basically going to grab you once more out of the void that you are desperately clinging to with all 4 claws, you know. And I'm just gonna like, I'm not even gonna extricate. I'm just gonna grab you, and whatever tears off the wall will tear off the wall. And I'm going to crush you to my chest, and I'm gonna bury my face in your fur, and I go be like, oh, who's a cute unikitty? And then I'm going to release you back into the darkness. I've been doing my job as support, and you've done it so well. Stealth, don't edit this. Oh no, Stealth, absolutely edit this. I don't know how much you know about like Looney Tunes, or is it Looney Tunes? I don't know. It was a cartoon of like some chick called Elvira. Yeah, that's what it needs to be like. No, Stealth, edit this. Exactly. Edit it, Stealth. Have fun. Have fun with that.
Piece of cake. On average, don't. Finding a cat takes us 3 hours, 14 minutes, and 8 seconds. Finding a person is way easier.
Cake sounds really good. Boobs crucial snoot. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, do I have cake mix? Y'all, I might have to make myself some cake. Cake happening tomorrow. If I can. I'll see.
I'll contact some of my sources. I'll let you know as soon as I get any information.
Hi, hon. He's so tall. Anby, it's so good to finally see you. Oh, I was this close to mentally preparing myself to lose you. This close! I apologize for leaving without saying goodbye. I'm truly sorry. I won't let you lose me. Well, I'll do my best. How have you all been lately? Nicole's been ranting about you every day. Actually, she's known that you've been crashing with the proxies this whole time. She just thought that busting in to take you away would defeat the purpose. So, when you took the initiative to contact her, no matter how angry she seemed, deep down, she's probably really relieved. As for Nakamata, and don't be startled, she's been genuinely really worried about you. Nakamata was worried about me? You may not have been able to see it, but our little Nakamata has been quite restless indeed. Even though we knew the proxies were taking care of you, we also knew you seemed to be mixed up with something heavy. And she understands better than almost anyone just how wrong the idea of just solving the problem with your own strength is. Just yesterday, Nakamata was muttering to herself, if only I had paid more attention to her. She cares about me? Yeah, she even has a gift for you. She said that she wants to give it to you once she sees you again. She has a gift? For me? You look pretty shocked. To be honest, so am I. Really, I can't help but marvel at how amazing the friendships between girls can be. Maybe I should watch a few more flicks about girl bonds or something like that. Haha. Oh, right. When you see Nakamata, make sure you don't tell her I said any of that. Otherwise, she'll definitely scratch up my paint job with her claws. Just like a ball of steel wool on a non-stick pan. That's so specific. I heard cake and got summoned. Yeah. She said something about cake, and I'm like, dude, cake sounds great. I want some cake. Now I want cake. Anby, promise me. Please say that you promised me. All right, Nakamata, where is you? Over here. Hey. Watch, she was talking about a cat and not about Anby at all. That'd be pretty funny.
Who's there?
Anby! It's you!
It would be funny. I doubt it, but it would be funny.
It's been a while. I bet it must have been nice not having me around for a bit.
Yeah, definitely. It was pretty nice to not have to compete for space to lay in Nicole's lap for a change.
Humans have 2 legs, so 2 people can lay on their lap. At least, that's what I heard in a movie once.
Right? Oh, so Billy doesn't get his own animated scene. I see how it is. Hoyo. I know, right?
That's our boring burger girl. You always sound cool when you're quoting movie lines. Alright, to help make you more interesting, Nakamata has a special gift for you.
Like Hunter Soldier 11, both got new voice actors. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer, but I get it. Don't have to like it, but I get it. Huh, what? Kneecap troubles? Kneecap troubles? Right. Oops, I hit the wrong button.
Here you go.
Ah! That is so cute! A doll meticulously crafted by Nakamata, looking somewhat similar to Anby. Why is it top heavy? Because it's adorable! To simulate how someone often dives headfirst into the hollow. Meow.
Oh, a doll. Is it supposed to be me? With this rough stitching, I'm guessing you sewed it yourself? This is too much, Nakamata. I can't accept this.
Nah, stop being dramatic. I got a doll-making kit and was gonna make one that looks like Nicole. But it turned out super ugly. With a big head and tiny little body. It didn't look anything like Nicole. So I altered it a bit and, wow, know. It somehow looked just like our Anby.
But I don't look like this.
No, it's exactly like you. It's like your little twin. Go on, take it. Keep it with you all the time. And don't let it out of your sight.
You want me to carry it and never let it out of my sight? Oh, wait. You didn't stash some sort of contraband inside it, did you? Are you trying to get PubSec to arrest me?
Yeah? Just because I'm a street cat doesn't mean you should be prejudiced like that. There's no contraband in the doll. I swear on Nicole's lap.
On Nicole's lap. What? Oh my gosh.
All right. I'll trust you.
Oh my
Let me
gosh.
do something for you in return. How about some mackerel noodles?
Oh my gosh, that sounds delicious. I'm prejudiced against Vixen daily. Apparently, you sicked me on poor Vixen. I'd say that you are expressing extreme prejudice. Now I need art of Zhu Yuan and Seth getting a call from Neko. Right.
Oh, Lady Nekomata appreciates your rare treat. But not now.
Not now.
How dare.
But the noodle shop is close by.
It's right there.
Once things settle and you're safe, you can treat me to those mackerel noodles.
The doll somehow feels heavier in Anby's hands. Anby lowers her head as Nekomata grins. Anby, I just received some information. The person you're looking for is at Lumina Square. There was another woman beside her, and the two were walking toward the riverside. I see. Nicole, thank you. Quick, tell me I'm the best. Nicole, you're the best. Good girl. Go have fun, and remember to come home afterward. All right, I'm going to Lumina Square. Keep going.
So, here you are.
Sorry, Anby. I snuck out with her.
I bet you did. 4 Oreos in a mug, soak them in milk, mash the Oreos up, then throw that mix in the microwave for about 2 minutes. Nah. My way's better. Though I guess I can't technically say that unless I give it a try, but to me that just sounds like soggy Oreo mush.
Are you feeling okay?
Are you speaking to me? You seem familiar. Like I've seen you somewhere before,
In the mirror.
but I can't quite remember.
I'm Anby. Does that name ring a bell?
It becomes a cupcake or a mug cake. I might have to. I'm skeptical. A super poor man, but still, I was gonna say I'm kind of skeptical about that. But hey, people make cookies and cake and all sorts of things with less and stranger things.
No. I don't recall anyone named Anby. Sorry. Maybe we knew each other, but this person named Trigger told me that my memory's off right now. I'll get better. And maybe then I'll remember something about you.
Oh, right.
I see. Where did you and Trigger go today?
If I hadn't done it myself, I wouldn't say anything. Gotcha. Well, that's fair.
We tried some food called noodles. They were this amazing, fiery red color. It was delicious. Then we pet some creatures called
Oh, so she doesn't
cats.
remember
They
anything.
were different than I expected. Surprisingly soft.
She don't remember anything.
We went to an arcade, did some shopping, drank some tea milk, and even opened surprise boxes. Then we went to a dim, noisy place and watched a movie. I think that's what they called it.
You definitely tell the difference in the voice actor here.
During the movie, someone took advantage of the dark environment to attempt a theft. Fortunately, I still remembered some basic combat skills, so I managed to subdue the thief and turn them over to public security.
If I can find the video I got the idea from, I'll send it to you, but it's a 2-ingredient mud cake. Gotcha.
Public security office isn't far from here. After we wrapped up there, Trigger suggested we watch the sunset by the river.
You sure know how to plan a date, Trigger.
The video store manager taught me all this. I'm just a good student. Anyway, I think I did a good job. Right, Soldier 11?
Yes. I had a great time. Still, I can tell my body isn't really used to relaxing. I can always feel an urge to do some push-ups or some other exercise.
I'm getting devious ideas now. Take one of those water canteens, but fill it with cake instead. Take it to work as a sort of small lunch treat. I mean, you could, so long as you could get it back out again.
That's our model soldier for you. So, Anby, can you relax now? Soldier 11 is important to me. I don't ever want to lose another squad mate, so I promise to look after her. You can focus on the matters at hand now. Once everything's settled, if you choose to face her, I'll be there to vouch for everything you've done for her. And if you prefer to stay out of it, no pressure. I understand the weight of your history with Silver Company. It's like a heavy chain around you both.
I'll break that chain.
I have faith in you.
Thanks, Trigger. In that case, please keep this for me while I'm away.
What's this? A doll? It looks a little familiar.
It's very cute.
Soldier 11 looks confused, but still takes the doll and hugs it tightly. So tight that it almost bursts.
Please, keep it safe until I come back. Right now, it's my most cherished possession.
Don't worry. If it means that much to you, we'll be sure to keep it safe.
Thanks.
Bless you.
It gets chilly by the river at night. Let's head back to the video store and get something warm to wear.
It's time to head back now. Be sure not to catch a cold. Yeah, let's head back to 6th Street. Anby, you're back. Trigger and Soldier 11 are getting ready to call it a night. If there's nothing else you need to do, you should probably turn it in early today too. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you and Belle for all you've done for the Cunning Hares and me. I actually have a place I could stay other than the Cunning Hares. This is a miracle that the Anby of the past would never have dared to imagine. Anby, what prompted you to say all this? Did you watch some kind of weird movie today? I just suddenly felt like saying it. Sounds fishy to me.